Hello you beautiful people, and welcome to Rumble Roundup episode 8, where we take a look back at this week's fighting game news and see what's going on. So without further ado, I'm Pat Kearley from the Republic of Players, and let's roll right into this. So to start off this week, we're going to go over the quickfire news, which is that Sogetsu is out and available to get for Samurai Shodown, and Houhmaru is available to get in Soulcalibur VI, so you can go and get those guys now. That is the quickfire news. So, news story number 1 is Granblue Fantasy Versus, and the fact that the DLC characters Soriz and Djeeta will be coming to the PS4 on April 7th. Now, it has been delayed for PC, not by too much thankfully, but on PC they're going to be dropping on April 13th, so you'll have to wait a few extra days to get your hands on them to play as them. Now, before I move on, I was talking about Djeeta last week, that she looked very similar to Gran, being the counterpart of Gran, the female counterpart. But after finally getting the game and playing it and looking back over that trailer, I can safely say she looks a lot more versatile compared to Gran. There's a lot more differences between them from what the trailer showed, it looked very similar, but after playing, the similarities, while one or two moves might be the same, it's not as similar as the trailer makes it out to be. So that's a very good thing. She's going to be a lot more variety to her compared to what I was expecting. So, news story number 2, we're going to be jumping straight into Soulcalibur VI news, this is big news. We've got a bit of a leak that data mined that the characters that might be coming as the next 2 DLC characters is Hwang and Setsuka. Now, Hwang or Sung-Yun, depending on, both those characters have the same fighting style, so they did, but he was already mentioned in the main story, so people were expecting him to come as DLC at some stage. But I think he's a good choice, because a lot of people like that character, whether it's Hwang or Young Sung. The Chinese bladed fighter is definitely an interesting one, and is one that I usually played a hell of a lot back in the older Soul Caliburs. So it's great to see that he's coming in. But Setsuka is definitely one I really want to get my hands on. I always liked her character in Soul Calibur 3, very sort of interesting, and just from the trailers that were showed of her back then, I was always just sort of drawn to her. It made her a very interesting character. But it will be very interesting because she was very quick paced back in those games, so it will be very fun if they continue that going forward. And I hope this is right, because these are 2 great characters and it would be brilliant to have them in this game. But yeah, that's the leak at the moment. It's not a definite, but it's sort of could be very true. News story number 3, which is going to be on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, if you missed the Nintendo Direct mini presentation that was there a bit over a week ago, they announced that the first character for the next season pass of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is going to be a character from ARMS. They haven't said which character, they just said that a character from ARMS will be coming. Now, I haven't actually played ARMS at all. I've seen bits and pieces of it. It looks like a very fun fighting game, and I feel like it's going to be a ranged fighter, whoever they put into it, due to the elongated arms that those characters have with the springs and the boxing gloves. So it would be interesting. I say it would be a quick-paced, long-range fighter. So that's what I'd imagine would be coming through this character. But on brighter side of news, with this news being dropped, it seems that they're gearing up for the reveal pretty soon then, if they're going to drop which game it's coming from. So yeah, it's probably not going to be too long before we see which character it is, which is great. News story number 4, which is My Heroes 1's Justice 2. So the first DLC character we're going to see coming to that game is Hawks. Now, we actually did get a little bit of gameplay footage that's going around at the moment, and from what I've witnessed of it, he actually does look a lot more aerial capable. Like, there's much more maneuverability to him than other characters in the air, which was what I was looking for in this character. And it's good to see that they are using the fact that he is a person that flies in the sky to his advantage. He seems to have a bit more of aerial attacks as well, and a bit more of a mix up there to them. So it's great to see that they are doing that, and he actually looks like a lot of fun too. And the fact that he might have more maneuverability in the air will make him a bit of a, I guess, a mix up to the formula of the game, because most characters are sort of, they get into the air and it's more combos. He seems like he can move pretty well in the air as well as doing combos. So yeah, it would be interesting to see a full good look at him when he's coming out. But yeah, so he's going to be coming in spring, and it's great to see that this is happening, and it gives more validation to the data mine characters that were revealed a while back, like Mei Hatsume and all that. So, news story number 5. Now, we're going to round up the show with unfortunate news, and this has been news that has been happening nearly week in and week out, which is the fact that fighting game competitions are being delayed or simply being outright cancelled. And it's sad to see this. I can't say, like, I've been saying this over the past few weeks, it's sad to see these things be delayed or be outright cancelled. Like, the Arc World Tour came out and just said, it's gone, it's not being delayed, it's 2020 Arc World Tour is being cancelled outright. And very unfortunate. Like, I've been recently watching a lot more fighting competitions online, and Granblue Fantasy Versus is a fantastic game to watch online. The competition between people is brilliant, and seeing how skilled people are is just a pure pleasure to the eyes. But yeah, it's sad to see that it's not going to happen. And there's just more of this, like Soulcalibur VI and Tekken 7 have come out and said that more delays and so on and so forth. And even Dragon Ball FighterZ, the World Tour, it's up in the air at the moment. Tomoko Hiroki, which is the sort of person behind like the World Tour, basically came out and said that they're looking at ways that they can do this, the World Tour, but it didn't say for certain whether it would be delayed or would be cancelled. And like, people were expecting that, since the World Tour usually starts in June, that would be roughly when it would be coming in. But with how uncertain times are with the coronavirus, everything's really up in the air, and it's quite unfortunate. Well, that's all this week's news. Be sure to comment, like and subscribe. If you picked up Houhmaru or Shogetsu for Samurai Shodown or Soulcalibur VI, be sure to comment down what you thought about those characters, or if you're excited for Hawk coming to My Heroes 1 Justice 2, or if you're excited for an ARMS character. But yeah, that's really all there is this week. So until next week, have a good one.